As what is up, what is good, present back again within the breakdown video. So today I'm going to be breaking down what will Casemiro bring to Manchester United's midfield. You know, shout out to Tifo IRL, shout out to Tifo Football for making this video as well. And I'm a big fan of you guys. If you ever see this video, I'm a big fan. I would love to be in one of your shows one day, just to even talk about football, even tactics. But yeah, and also disclaimer, guys, if you hear like grinding or like clunking noise outside, there's roadworks going on. I don't know why they decided to do it in a Sunday morning in Manchester town. It's so crazy. But anyway, I don't keep you guys waiting for too long, so let's get the video started. Let's also know.
Manchester United have just bought Casemiro from Real Madrid for a fee of £60 million that could rise to £70 million. He'll be on a 4-year contract and it
Shout out to man like John.
could be extended to 5 years. But it's not just his fee that is massive, it's also his wage bill. He's expected to...
He's on 350k, guys. Follow Zishan on Twitter if you're a Man United fan. He's very accurate with his Manchester United news regarding transfers. I would say he's 90% accurate with the things he posts.
double his wage from Real Madrid.
Shout out to
and that
Zishan.
will put him amongst the highest earners at Manchester
The
United.
big guy.
So we know that David De Gea earns around £350,000 a week, so it will be in that kind of ballpark. The question is, what are Manchester United getting from Casemiro that justifies such a huge outlay of money? Now, Casemiro is usually labelled a defensive midfielder, and if you look at his data, it's not particularly hard to see why. On the board in front of me, we've got his pizza chart from SmarterScout.
Pizza chart. Okay, so blue is attacking, red is defensive, green is possession. Because the red one's defensive, you can see how the difference it is like to the stats basically. Like there's more red ones, there is blue or green ones. Like what more can I say? He's a defensive minded guy, you know, and I do love that. And I've seen that, and I'm seeing like ball recoveries and interceptions, disrupting opponent's move, defending intensity and aerial duels quantity as well. I think he might slot in very well in the Premier League, because the Premier League is very physical. Like a lot of people that come from different leagues, you know, they underestimate how physical the Premier League is. But I think he'll be up for it.
The scout, and as you can see, he just crushes all of the defensive metrics there. So very good at ball recoveries and interception. He disrupts opposition moves really well. He's an intense defender, and he's very good in the air as well. But he's not just good defensively, he offers a lot in possession as well. So we can see ball retention really high here, link-up play volume high too, and progressive passing as well. Maybe not so much on the carry and dribble volume, but he is offering stuff in possession. But it's not just in terms of possession that he's offering value. He's also offering value in terms of attacking too. So over in the blue corner here, we can see that he's actually generating XG for his teammates through creative actions, also through ball progression as well. And it's not just simply for others that he's generating that value. He's also getting into the box himself and having a number of shots too. So
yeah, that doesn't surprise me, because I've seen him score some screamers, you know. So that genuinely does not surprise me. Like, I think one of his best goals I scored is like from in the Champions League, when the ball came out from like a corner, somebody headed it out and then he just volleyed it top blocker. So I'm not surprised by that. I'm pretty sure you know what goal I'm talking about, guys.
So let's have a look at how he'll fit into the Manchester United side. Manchester United play in a 4-2-3-1 out of possession, and that means then that they have these two midfielders here who are responsible for defensive work.
Yep.
But in possession, it's no longer the case that managers keep their out of possession structure the same. Erik ten Hag only wants to have one player in here, because having two players in here is a bit of a waste of personnel. So what we see with Erik ten Hag teams is that the best on-ball player will drop into a single pivot, so they're going to be helping out with the build-up, and the other defensive player, Fred in this case, will be pushing forward and trying to get into these sorts of...
So it's 5 and 5.
The side that he's on. So Manchester United will have this front five and then this back five into the build-up. So with Casemiro being one of the defensive players out of possession, the big question is, which one of these two positions is he going to play? Is he going to play the deeper ball-playing position, or is he going to be playing the slightly higher 8 advanced position? Now, these build-up moments have been causing Manchester United some problems, so if Casemiro could offer value there, then he'll be very useful. So in possession, what Manchester United are going to try and do is build up from the back and move the ball down the field. Now, a build-up pattern that we saw against Brentford last week was this. So from the goal...
The failed build-up pattern, guys. The failed build-up pattern. The whole thing trying to pass to Eriksen, and then Eriksen messes up the ball, and then Brentford somehow get the ball from Eriksen, and then they go and score. It's failed. This is why, like, there's so many guys like Maguire, that need to be changed around in this team. Guys like Fred, like Bruno, who are not good enough to play in this system, by the way.
The goal kick, Martinez is playing the ball to De Gea. De Gea is looking for this pass into Eriksen, who's the pivot player. Eriksen is going to play a bounce pass, a wall pass, an immediate pass to Maguire.
Dallo, Fernandes,
and then Maguire has the option of either playing it to Dallo, or he can carry the ball forward here. So you're then in a situation where you've got through that first phase of possession, and you would hope to be able to move the ball down the field. Now, as we know, Brentford caused a certain amount of problem here because they went man for man. So when Martinez plays the ball to De Gea, the idea is that this striker is going to drop in and cause problems for De Gea, make him rush his play, and try and cause some sorts of disruptions in this build-up pattern.
Oh, I remember, Jesus, when I was like 14 years old, playing football, and I used to, of course, like for me, like I tried to learn from the best people who I can find, or even just get the best information that I can find to be good at my position, right? And I used to go on like UEFA website. They use like Champions League footage, like not Champions like Champions League players, right? Like professional players that'll break down like their position to what they do. And I remember Christian Carambel, the Real Madrid CDM, right? And he's literally talking about the same thing what this guy's talking about right now. Like him as a CDM, he used to get the he used to get the ball to the feet, right? And play. He said you either take 1 or 2 touches and play it straight to either like the right centre back or the left centre back, or even when he was feeling brave as well, he would try to look for the right back or the right winger as well. So yeah, like looking at this, it's all familiar.
And obviously we know that happened with the goal itself, the second goal. So if we're going to play Casemiro in this position then as the deeper ball line player, then he has to be really good in these moments where the ball is put to his feet and he's able to move it out of his feet and play back to goal.
He has to ideally be, like when you're receiving a ball like that and there's a guy behind you, it has to be a first time pass. It has to be a first time pass. That's why I love Busquets, bro. Busquets is so sick at that.
As it were. And Casemiro, it could be argued, is not the best in those situations. We know that Casemiro, whenever he's played for Real Madrid, often doesn't play as a single pivot, so you'll often get Toni Kroos, his partner, dropping in as well, helping out in these build-up moments. And sometimes, if it's really difficult, they'll sometimes have Luka Modric dropping out to help out as well. So it may be the case that Casemiro isn't best suited to play that deeper pivot line player, in which case it would...
That's why Frankie de Jong is so important to this. That's why Ten Hag wanted Frankie so much, because of this, because like he's so instrumental to that playing style, man.
Makes sense that he would fit better as this second 8 here. And maybe Manchester United would stick with someone like Eriksen, who is good on the ball in those situations. Now, as we've already said, Casemiro offers a lot on the ball. He's a very good progressive passer. He likes to play these nice switch passes from one side of the field to the other. He can play into the channels, and he can also generate a lot of value through getting to the edge of the box. He's a really good box arriver, and he will be able to generate chances in that way as well. So in terms of the build-up phase, Casemiro is going to offer something to Manchester United, but rather than what a lot of people might think he might offer, I suspect that he will be used further up the field. He'll be kept out of the way of the build-up, and so he might not necessarily have as big an impact as people expect in the build-up phase.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I totally agree with that.
Area where I think Casemiro will have a really big impact is
out of possession.
Yeah. Phase. Now, one of the things that we see...
Because the thing is, though, with United, like, they get proper slit through, hot knife through butter. A lot of teams, bro, they go through Man United so easily, bro. So easily. The guys like Scott McTominay and Fred, I don't know what they do, but they just cannot stop it.
Manchester United do quite badly since Erik Ten Hag came in is defensive transition. That is moving from a position where Manchester United are attacking to a position where the opposition are attacking, and Manchester United leaving too much space, the opposition being able to exploit that and scoring goals. And this is an area where I think Casemiro will offer a lot. Now let's just have a look at 2 moments where Manchester United have had these problems in defensive transition. The first one is the last goal that was scored by Brentford against them. So again, this is a defensive transition moment. So what we're seeing is a lot of Manchester United players in the box, the ball in the box as well, and Manchester United...
Yeah, Luke Shaw again, absolutely blistered.
Now the ball drops out to Matthias Jensen in this sort of area, and Matthias Jensen can see Ivan Toney up the field here. Now Ivan Toney is being...
Was it in Mboimo or Wissa that just blitzed past Luke Shaw?
marked by Eriksson and Maguire. And what's going to happen is Jensen is going to play this ball into the channel here for Tony to run onto. Now there's another Brentford player over here in Brian Mbemo.
Yeah.
What happens is Matthias Jensen plays this ball, but just before he plays it, Maguire steps up a little bit, and that means that he can't track the run of Tony. So when the ball arrives at...
Why does this big head always do this, bro? He always... It's like he does it on purpose. Genuinely, why does he always like stepping up? He did it against Liverpool at Anfield last season twice. Actually, he stepped up twice. I was like, why are you stepping up for? Like, there's gonna be other players next to you. Like, bro, Maguire he's trash, man. He's so bad, G.
The two Manchester United players who were covering him are now out of the play and nowhere to be seen. Now, Lisandro Martinez then reacts to that and sees that he has to get across as quickly as possible. But just before he arrives there,
knocked across.
Tony plays this really nice ball past Martinez into this space here that Mbemo can now run onto, and it becomes a foot race now between Luke Shaw and Brian Mbemo. Brian Mbemo wins the ball here. Shaw can't get it, takes one touch out of his feet and scores the goal. And we're seeing this happening a lot, this movement where the outside centre-back, the ball-fast centre-back, has to cover for a player stepping up further up the field.
Look who's covering for him, by the way. Look who they're covering for. The slowest guy on the field with the big head.
And then this leaving a lot of space in this area here that can then get attacked by an opposition player who can then score. The other example of this kind of goal was against Brighton. And in this situation, Leandro Trossard had the ball here.
Okay,
Danny Welbeck was here between the two centre-backs.
Bro. I know it's meant to be a Casemiro video, yeah, but when he does the breakdowns, when John does the breakdowns, yeah, and he keeps on going back, and there's always like one guy, and I remember this goal because it was a splitting pass, and I was like, bro, just gonna pause it. Go watch it.
Martinez and Maguire. Diego Dalot was over here. He was just covering the area and was gesturing for McTominay to come across.
It was a splitting pass.
There's another player here. This is Alexis McAllister, and he's making this run through this space here. And then one more player at the back. That's Pascal Gross. Now what happens is that Leandro Trossard plays this ball in here, really nice ball. Danny Welbeck is able to escape the offside trap and ends up in this situation here. Now because Harry Maguire is pushed forward here, Martinez again has to pull across into this.
Bro, why 80 million, bro? Jesus, 80 mil, fam. And Martinez, like, Martinez keeps on, like, the thing is though, right, with Martinez too, like, he keeps on trying to clean off the big head, and it makes Martinez look bad because he's trying to clean up after Harry Maguire all the time.
To this area again, and we're leaving this space open again. And because Alexis McAllister is pushing in on this line,
it's 2-on-1, and then Shaw has to cover McAllister, so that leaves Pascal Gross at the back three. It's 2-on-1.
The midfielder who's responsible for tracking this run is Fred. He should run into this area here and cover him. But instead, what happens is that Luke Shaw has to track McAllister into this area so that when the ball comes across the box here, Shaw is able to stop McAllister from scoring. But the problem is that this leaves Pascal Gross at the back post.
Yeah,
the ball arrives
2-on-1,
and he can then score. Now, let's just go back and have a look at what would have happened had Fred tracked that run. So the ball ends up at the feet of Danny Welbeck. Fred tracks when Martinez comes across.
It goes with McAllister.
And then Shaw is able to cover this area now, this area at the back post where Pascal Gross is. So because Fred hasn't tracked that run, Manchester United are open. All of the defenders get pulled across by one position.
It's so simple, bro. It's just like, it's painful to how simple this is, but these guys can't grasp it, fam. They're terrible. You know, we're so...
And Brighton are able to score.
We're so
and this is going to be an area where Casemiro is going to be able to offer a lot, because Casemiro is a really good reader of the game. He's an intelligent mover.
He smells out the danger. Intercept, like, it just smells out the danger, bro.
He's got really good stats when it comes to ball recoveries and interceptions, and Manchester United just need someone who's going to sit alongside the other midfielder and help track these runs into the box. So that's an area where Casemiro is going to start adding a lot more value to Manchester United as well. So Casemiro is going to solve some of the problems that Manchester United are facing at the moment, but not all.
But not all of them. Yeah, he's going to say, but not all of them.
Those problems.
Yeah.
But Eric Ten Hag knows that those problems are mounting up, and anything he can do to alleviate the pressure will be helpful. So £70 million for Casemiro is probably looking like a good shout at this point.
If you like this video, please
What a video again. What a video. But guys, you know, like, bro. Hey, I'm happy that we got Casemiro, but there's still a certain captain that needs to be got rid of, bro. Harry Maguire's a liability in that United team. He's literally, Man United should rather play with 10 men at the start, bro, because he's not good enough. But anyway, it's about Casemiro. So Casemiro, yeah, happy with him coming. You know, he's gonna offer a lot defensively for Man United, because he's the guy. He's the kind of guy that does read the danger against smells it out, you know, and he's like a vacuum cleaner in front of that defensive line, or in front of the back four guys. Yeah, so that's been the video. If you got any thoughts, comments, or concerns, you know what to do. Comment down below as the usual. Like and support your boy. Don't forget to subscribe. Like the video, guys. I'll be interested in reacting to Casemiro, guys. Well, what Casemiro will bring to Manchester United midfield. It was another breakdown, guys. I'm gonna go to bed. Been up for 12 hours now. 12 night shift. I'm signing out, guys. Keep it real. Peace.